I have been really slacking in the video department. Problem is I make a lot of things, but then I delete everything. That's my toxic trait. It is currently October of 2025. My best friend is coming here this weekend. We're gonna do a bunch of fun stuff, and I just wanna show you a little bit of what I've been doing in the past month, maybe month and a half, and I'll insert some clips about little things I've been doing and all the fun stuff me and my best friend are gonna be up to. I am currently wearing a prom dress that I recently got when I visited my grandmother on Long Island. I'm twisting my pony's hair while we're talking. And something else that I've been doing is I've been painting my nails blue to match my hair, like permanently. My makeup is also blue. It's kind of like blue and gray. I have been wearing blue eyeshadow pretty much exclusively for years, probably like 10 years. I sometimes will switch back and forth between like purple and blue, but the blue eyeshadow with the blue hair just looks so good. And the really funny thing is that blue is not even my favorite color. Pink is my favorite color. But recently, blue might become my favorite color. I feel like that's kind of confusing. So the whole blue thing really comes from like me as a person. I think I want to be the color pink, but I'm just not capable. It's not in my DNA to be pink. But as you can see, I love the combo of like pink and blue together. I do it a lot in my artwork, and also it's kind of like in my tattoos. Lately, I've been really going out of my way to purposefully do monochromatic looks because I just think it looks cool. I did my makeup today. I normally do not wear this much makeup anymore. When I was in high school and when I was in my undergrad, I wore makeup every single day. It would take me over an hour to do a full face because I was doing like contours, full lashes, like the 2016 brow. It was a huge endeavor. Now, normally on a regular day, if I do wear makeup, I will just do like eyeliner, a tiny bit of mascara, and like tiny bit of like my brows, and I do like to wear blush. I don't contour my face anymore, and most of the time I don't wear lipstick because it just gets everywhere, but I've been wearing the Milk Jelly Tint with like lip gloss, and it looks pretty good. So on a rainy day like today, when is a better time to randomly do my makeup for no reason, wear a prom dress to sit in my art studio and make TikToks, and talk about Betsy Johnson with my best friend? So on that note, here's a little bit of what I've done this October.
I got to see this incredible show that really inspired me. I was totally in love with these feet. Okay, here's the name of the gallery, and this show was so well put together. The artists really complemented each other. I was impressed by every piece in the room. I probably stayed in here for a half an hour or 40 minutes, and I walked around the gallery 3 or 4 times. The show was called Flesh is the Reason, and if you like these works, I encourage you to go to the gallery's Instagram and check out all of the artists and see the entire show, because these are just a few of the pieces that I really liked. I think that this sculpture of the house is definitely my favorite because it has to do with a lot of the themes that I'm exploring in my own work. And something that I didn't realize until I got closer was that you can actually see inside of this house, and there are little rooms that are decorated so neatly and nicely. It reminded me of my own sculpture that I did when I was in grad school. I've been going to so many art galleries and museums this month because I need to find the motivation to do my own work. Here's some sculpture stuff I've been working on. In the past, I hand sculpted most of my pieces, but I want them to be realistic, so now I'm working with casts. Here's a mold I made of my sister with a resting face, and then I also made one of my best friend, and she was so amazing. I asked her if she could hold a smile long enough for me to make the mold. She was probably smiling for like 20 minutes. I'm so happy and thankful that she was working with me because I also cut her face when I tried to take the mold off. And then these are just pieces of a hand cast that kind of failed because my mold had a little hole in it and it leaked out, but the thumb came out pretty good. So here's the sculpture that I'm working on right now. I'm trying to make this piece intuitively. Originally, my idea was that I wanted them both to be kissing, but I really enjoy their faces as they are. So I'm just going to see where the wind takes me. Here you can see I broke a bunch of plates. I cut my finger. I realized it was a bad idea afterward, but it does look pretty cool. Being an artist is just about doing a bunch of random shit, hating it, and then looking back at it later and being like, that was actually pretty good. Once this icing dries and then I add the hair, I'm going to experiment with how I want the orientation of the faces to be, and that will really change how the piece is perceived. If you want more regular updates on my work, you should follow my Instagram and my TikTok. Another cool thing I did this month was I hosted a crit night with me and my friends. If any of you guys go to art school, you know what I'm talking about. Even though some people really hate crits, they're super helpful to me. And when you leave school, you realize that the art world is really lonely and you don't have very many opportunities to talk with people about your work. So I thought it would be great to get everybody together and talk about where we're at with our practice. And I was able to get some advice on this new painting I'm working on. When my best friend Maggie got to the city, we were able to get free passes to the MoMA with the New York City Culture Pass. And it was Maggie's first time here, so it was really awesome getting to go through all the collections. One of the best parts about living here is being able to visit these pieces as much as I want. Most museums here allow free admission for not only residents of New York, but also students. And besides just the artwork on display, most museums also have libraries that you can visit and conduct research for free as well. There's even programs like the Met Copyist program, which is free to apply, where you're approved to study a selected work of art for 8 sessions and you can bring your paint and actually paint in the galleries. After walking through the whole building, here are the 2 pieces that me and my best friend loved the most.
First, I only step aside. My eyes are like nets, where all sadness is hidden. Shrapnels of female imagination. I hit a key, and the sound of bitter irony arises. Music.
From when we came to see. So that was the first piece that we loved, and then this was the second one. Not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed when I found out that this was made by a man. Why would a man be there? Why would a man be there? But I loved how all of the stuffed animals were facing inward so you couldn't see their eyes or their faces. And it really inspired me to think about how I can use my stuffed animals in my own work. And that's everything I did this month. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and also check out my Instagram and TikTok. And don't forget to listen to my music. Thank you. Bye.
That's kind of what I was doing this morning while Michael Jackson was playing. Reaching out. Why?